Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today we'll be reviewing the Rolex GMT-Master II, model number 116713. We'll be going over the price, the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Okay, so as of June 2018, you can get this watch from an authorized Rolex retailer for $13,000 plus tax. Or here at JazTime.com, we always strive to have the most up-to-date pricing, so give our website a thorough look through before you make your purchase decision. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the dial now. So the dial is a standard sports style dial as for Rolex, such as like the Submariner, Deep Sea, and Sea Dweller and such. We have the Maxi dial, which are these large circular hour markers with index 6 and 9 markers with a triangular 12 o'clock hour marker. They're all fashioned in 18 karat yellow gold to prevent any tarnishing, and they're all luminous filled with a highly legible chroma light display. We have the date window at the 3 o'clock position with a Cyclops lens on top of that sapphire crystal for magnification and easier viewing of that date. Of course, the hour hand, for being a sports watch, is a Mercedes hand, luminous filled as well. Minute hand, nice and bold, so easy to read. Additionally, because the hour markers and the hands are all luminous filled, this watch is easy to read in the dark, as it does glow in the dark. Additionally, because this is a GMT, we have an additional hand right in the center here, the GMT hand pointing at the 12 o'clock position currently, that is highlighted by a green portion of the stick, and also a triangular tip, also fashioned in 18 karat yellow gold. That GMT hand helps with the tracking of additional time zone, and I'll show you how that works later on when we move on to the crown. But besides that, very standard Rolex style sports dial. Moving on to the bezel now. The bezel is a bidirectional rotatable 24-hour graduated Cerachrom insert in ceramic. Cerachrom being what Rolex's term for a ceramic bezel. The use of the bezel being bidirectional allows for the tracking of an additional time zone. So you can look for specifically GMT-Master II. You can track up to 3 time zones by adjusting the bezel. Moving on to the case now. The case, we're looking at a 40mm case, the standard size for Rolex sports pieces. So index finger to my thumb here, that's 40mm in diameter. Nice sand finish on the lugs of the case. For the side profile, we're looking at a slightly thicker than normal watch, as it is a GMT watch. It does have extra complications in the movement to allow for that extra hour hand for the tracking of a second time zone, so the extra complication will add a little bit more thickness to the movement, which in turn adds a little more thickness to the profile of the watch. However, nice high polish on the side of the case that patterns very nicely with the bracelet. As you can see from the crown protectors on the other side as well, nicely high polished throughout. Rolex crown logo on the crown itself, the crown being made out of 18 karat yellow gold, as you can see, as it stands out from between the two highly polished steel crown protectors. Okay, so for the crown functions, we're looking at a screw down triple lock triple waterproofness system. So it unwinds counterclockwise as shown. Okay, in a standard position, this is where you can wind the watch for up to 15 to 20 clockwise turns is all you need, as shown. And I'll get the watch started once again. Simply tugging out the crown to the next position. We'll light tug. We'll switch to the next function of the crown, which is a quick hour jump system. Unfortunately, unlike the other sports pieces such as Submariner, there is no quick set date where you can just immediately change the date just by turning the crown clockwise. Instead, you'll have to do 2 revolutions. Of course, that's meaning of a 24-hour period of the hour hand in order to change the date. So once again, 1 and 2. Shift that back for you to see again. So 1 and 2. And the purpose of the GMT having that function of being able to just move the hour hand independently of the minute hand is to allow for a quick adjustment to the time zones. So let's just say, once again, if you want to track your home time, let's say London time is currently at 10:10 at the moment, you're taking a business trip to the Philippines, then you can just go into the final position of the crown as you tug out the crown to the final position, and just switch over that GMT hand to that 10 o'clock position again. There we are. There's a 10-10 position. Switch back to that hour hand and just shift it 7 hours ahead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we are. So now you have your home time being with the GMT hand, and the current time zone in the Philippines being 7 hours ahead of that 10, so 5 a.m. And there you are. That's how you can track the two time zones, and then you can use the bezel to using the very top indency of the bezel just to track the third time zone from there. Okay, one thing I want to mention, at the final position of the crown, it will stop the second hand of the hack movement. Let it tick over here. So, pulling it out. There we are. You can see the second hand is currently stopped, and then you can adjust the time however you like. Pressing the crown back in will start that second hand once more, and always make sure screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep the watch water resistance for its 100 meters or 330 feet, specifically for the GMT-Master II. Okay, moving on. So a little bit different thing about the GMT-Master II compared to most sports pieces is that for the bracelet we have the sports bracelet, which is the Oyster bracelet, nicely sand finish on the sides of the outer of the three-piece links. But however, down the center we have this nice high polish on the yellow gold that goes throughout the bracelet. Typically for Rolex sports pieces, it continues a sand finish throughout the whole portion of the bracelet, but because this is a two-tone yellow gold and steel watch, we have a nice high polish to really bring more of a luxurious look to the watch. So it not only mimics that sports piece, but also kind of hybrids as a more of a dressier watch because of that yellow gold and high polish on it. So specifically, the combination of using yellow gold and the steel on the watch was Rolex likes to call the Rolesor. Specifically for the steel used in the GMT-Master II, we're looking at a 904L steel, which is an in-house made steel by Rolex that has additional corrosion resistance and a nicer shine to it. Nicer shine really pairs up very nicely with the contrasting of the high polish of that yellow gold. As we move on to the clasp, you can see the pattern goes through the clasp as well with the high polish down the center. Sportier style clasp, as we have the safety folding oyster lock. The safety being this little hinge that sits on top of the folding oyster, and it opens up as so. Inside we have the high polished clasp blades with the Rolex name embossed on there. So I'll show you how that bracelet looks, nice and opened. And then this is how it looks closed up. You can see that clasp blade hidden very nicely and curves very nicely with the bracelet as well, giving a better feel on the wrist when this watch is on your wrist. Alright, moving on to the movement now. The movement is housed in a simple oyster case backing. The movement is Rolex's in-house made GMT movement, which is the perpetual mechanical self-winding movement, caliber 3186 movement. It is within Swiss specs, being a precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day with the functions of the center hour, minute, and second hand, the additional 24-hour display, and the second hour hand being that GMT hand, and also the stopping in seconds for precise time setting, as I've shown you with the crown functions. The oscillator is a paired magnetic blue Cerachrom hairspring, so this watch is protected against magnetism. And the power reserve of this watch is a 48-hour power reserve, meaning you can put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday afternoon, and it'll be keeping time just fine. Now let me go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist now. So once again, locate that folding oyster, or rather the safety folding oyster. Hinge open, folding oyster opens up. Okay. One thing to keep in mind, I do have an average man sized wrist, which is a 7-inch wrist. You can see it's still a little bit wiggle room there, so this bracelet typically fits a 7.5. As you can see, the bracelet very beautiful with a high polish contrasting against that sand finish throughout. Nice tapering of the top of the lug all the way throughout, keeping a nice symmetry, and the clasp being very, very sturdy. And there's the watch front facing on my wrist. You can see that black really contrasting with the gold accents on the hour markers and also on the 24-hour graduation on the bezel itself. That ceramic really shines very nicely with the black dial as well, paired very nicely together. Okay, so if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website, JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer a 1-year warranty, and if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.